Welcome back to Rachel Be the Healthy We. Today I have something really fun to share with you that I ran across when I was shopping at Walmart. Duncan Hines has a keto-friendly, gluten-free cake mix. Now, that in itself is not that impressive since a lot of brands are doing it now. What's impressive is that it's actually pretty clean in its ingredients list. Erythritol, almond flour, coconut flour, allulose, chicory root fiber, less than 2% of cream of tartar, baking soda, tapioca starch, salt, xanthan gum, stevia sweetener, and of course natural flavors. All in all, for a large brand company that isn't a specialty for healthy foods, this is actually a pretty good ingredient list. So I thought, what the heck, let's give it a try. So we're going to go ahead and stay true to the recipe except for one variation, which I'll tell you about. So it calls for half a cup of water. I went ahead and I'm going to use a half a cup of coconut milk. You can use almond milk, whatever your preference is. Then it asks for 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, which we have, 3 eggs, and inside that little orange spot, I'm actually going to add some birthday cake extract to make this taste nice and fun. So that's certainly optional, as is this. You can go with water, just like the package says. Totally up to you. So let's go ahead and throw all this together. As you guys have noticed, keto isn't necessarily my first concern when I'm making something that's healthy. My first concern is always the ingredients. What am I eating? What am I putting in my body? What kind of chemicals are they using? And quite honestly, with large companies, it's not always the best because their first concern is price. And how do they keep costs low? Well, they use cheaper filler type ingredients, which yes, of course, are cheap, but aren't always the best for our health. So I was kind of impressed to see that this wasn't too bad, and I thought, what the heck? Because, you know, it's a lot easier to just grab something at the store than it is to have a bunch of different flours and sugars on hand in your pantry, as I will know, especially since we recently moved and not having access to all my gadgets and my full pantry, which I normally have. I know that all too well recently. Alright, and according to the packaging, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And I used a little bit of the extra coconut oil that I had to grease my pan. You can do that however you'd like. And then according to this, if we're doing an 8 to a 9 inch, we're going to do it for anywhere from 24 to 30 minutes. If you're doing 12 cupcakes, 20 to 22. So let's go ahead and pop this in the oven, pull it out, and see how it tastes and what kind of texture we get out of it. I'll be back. Alright, so we went ahead and finished the baking, and it's not going to be this dark. I apologize, that's a little operator error. I set my timer incorrectly. Good thing I have a good nose on me, because I noticed it smelled like it was about done and checked it and realized I had left it too long and my timer hadn't even gone off yet. So let's go ahead and pull this out. I've let it cool slightly because you know how gluten-free you need to cool slightly. I'm not even going to use a fork. I'm going to give it a try. So that tastes really yummy. A little dense, but that's pretty common with anything that's gluten-free. It's not going to be light and fluffy. With anything, it's a little sweet, but like I said, a little dense on the texture, but not bad. I think it would taste really good with anything from cream cheese icing to a whipped cream icing or buttercream. And being that you have a vanilla cake, you could pretty much flavor it any way you want. Coconut lime, you know, there's a lot of different avenues you could do with this box cake to make it really, you know, tasty and yummy. So I'd say that I would go ahead and give this a try, just for the ease of use, being able to just pick up the box mix, throw some eggs and oil in there, and bam, you've got a cake. And a cake that, quite frankly, other than being a little bit more dense than your average non-gluten-free cake, is going to taste really yummy to anybody who tries it. So hope you give this a try, and you guys enjoy this video, and thank you for watching.